Today's reading is a nice kind of piggyback for yesterday's reading. We have Ace of Cups coming in once again today, saying we still are on that emotional ride. We still are on that emotional freshness and that emotional availability to newness. We have Nine of Discs, Prince of Swords, Hanged Man, Prince of Wands, Oppression, which is Ten of Wands, and Prince of Discs. So we have a lot of Prince energy going on today, and I think that's rather interesting. I find that Prince cards usually indicate that there's like an event coming up, there's something coming, but more so in a very masculine way. So this is going to be a very aggressive movement forward. Each one of these princes in my deck have a animal carrying them forward, except for there's a one underneath the Prince of Swords. Oh, okay. And we have a Princess of Cups underneath the Prince of Swords. Alright, so let's just go into the reading here. So we have Ace of Cups saying that there's a lot of emotional newness going on, a lot of fresh energy coming in through our emotions, kind of a lot of cleaning going on too. Since this has been a 2-day in a row kind of card, I'm going to say that we're kind of going through a huge release period with this Ace of Cups. We have Nine of Discs next door to that Ace of Cups, and that's saying that we're gaining a lot through this. This time period that we're entering in with this brand new year is really enriching us in a manifestation way. 9 indicates completion, and discs indicate manifestation, like in your outer world instead of in your inner world. So I like to think that this card indicates like coming in of security, coming into the knowledge of that and therefore gaining it. And then we have over here the Prince of Swords with that Princess of Cups that was hiding underneath that. And Prince of Swords is really interesting because that one is the masculine aspect of our mental state and how we kind of, I want to make sure that the Prince of Swords is in there. Sorry about that. Trial and error, trial and error. So Prince of Swords indicates kind of like when you compartmentalize your mental state. Homie's got like all of his little selves like as little slave drivers. Let's see if you can see that. As like little slave drivers in front of him, like all of them are on little leashes. And that indicates like the kind of we all kind of do it. We have different identities for work, for our relationship, for our school life. And Prince of Swords is kind of like telling you to really look at all of those different selves and kind of try to come into a bit of a culmination with all of them. Like, rid yourself of those chains of yourself. And that, with the Princess of Cups underneath, says kind of like when you can kind of get a handle on all of yourselves in order to be the complete self that you are, you're going to come into some really beautiful emotions. You're going to be starting to feel a little bit more gentle. You're going to feel the Princess of Cups energy coming in, and Princess of Cups is so pretty, and she's got her turtle around her and her swan, and she's just like flowing in the emotions. She just like gets it, you know. She's just carefree, vulnerable, just enjoying it. We have Prince of Discs right above that, which is I kind of feel like this one's saying that there's a masculine energy entering, which makes sense with that kind of masculine approach to the mental state. But this one's got a bull in the front of it, which always feels very Taurus to me. And then, it's red, so I think there's a lot of root chakra, and it's also Prince of Discs, so he, similar to the Queen of Discs who visited us yesterday, he, kind of is, stomping over that barren land, and behind him he has all these seeds that he's planting into this barren land, and he's just saying, I'm plowing through this, and this is happening, any commitments that you made, it's happening. It's all going to start happening. So we have to be really careful because we have 10 of Wands here, which, you know, says oppression, but I think it's more so about holding ourselves back. You know, keeping ourselves in that state of compartmentalized thinking and separate self-thinking, as well as globally, like, not looking at ourselves as one being, instead breaking us all down into races and genders and the whole, like, just splintering of the divine personality that we all are. I think this is really coming in to tell us that, like, you know, yeah, it's going to be hard to merge the self together and to explore this this Ace of Cups, this brand new opportunity for emotional growth in front of us. But, you know, it's right above the gain. And so I think by being able to go through your self-oppressions and just really, like, see where you're copping out on yourself, like, comprehend what you're saying versus what you're doing, and see where you actually lock yourself into that compartmentalized mental state where you have the choice. And I think through having that comprehension of the self, Prince of Wands will come in just like this crazy, like, burst of great energy, great creative potential, and great just bam right there, you know, just unleashing the oppression. I think, since we have two princes around it, this is a very masculine energy coming in with these two princes, and perhaps it's coming from a lot of internal paternal issues. So explore any relationships that you have with your father figures in your life and see if any oppressions are kind of coming onto you from what the man has instilled in you and from what the patriarch has instilled in you, and kind of explore those in order to plant those seeds and allow for new growth. And then we have the Hanged Man, which is reinforcing basically this whole spread, saying, you know, please make sure to surrender to whatever is going on. And we have two cards over here, which I kind of feel are going to be serving as a reminder almost. And that's to, kind of funny that this is the reminder card, hella funny actually. So 5 of Wands, which came up to us yesterday. Remember I said that the original deck, like the Rider-Waite deck, actually has the 5 men with the 5 wands above them, and they're all kind of just, like, looking at each other and just being like, I kind of, like, don't want to hurt you, but I'm ready, you know, I'm ready. And so this one's reminding us to be aware of that, to be aware of your own walls that you have up. And 3 of Wands, once again, that masculine Aries and that sun in there, that great energy triad, you know, telling us to check our virtues. Make sure you catch yourself, you know. Maybe ask yourself, why are you holding up cruel objects to your homie? Just because they're a stranger isn't that still your brother? Words.